So, I'll ask you the first question I ask every one of my guests.
Oh,
How are you doing these days?
oh. um, I'm doing good right now. I feel I'm not ready for the winter yet.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. I'm doing very good. I feel I did a lot of concerts and things like last year, and this year was a bit more chill, which was good. So I feel quite rested. I had this amazing trip to Japan. I was just in the summer. I had more actual holiday and not working during the summer all the time. And spent quite a lot of time here in Bern. So very very chill, very rested. Um, but then slowly it gets boring, so I need to do some new stuff. So it's very good. Like I had the year before, I had the phase of like just doing a lot of stuff and not having a break to like not even think, but also to just chill down a bit and take not also everything crazy serious, because you get into this mindset of like, I need to do the next project and this, and it gets can get very like you get very serious about it, which is good.
Yes.
But so now I had this nice period of like
Being able to think.
to
What
think.
you actually want to do. Yeah.
Yes, of course. I mean, I think I do think a lot, but it's more in the back of my mind. I think I do need the more practical. Either it's because there's a project I need to do something, or because there's some people asking me to do something, or because I am in a nice place to do something. I do need the practical thing. Like for me, also becomes at some point quite counterproductive if I just have time to think.
So a more intense environment is more productive for you.
It is more productive.
Interesting.
But it is more productive. I realized this only, I think, also like the last couple of years.
Wow, interesting.
I do think so. But then there's always the point where it becomes too much. So
yeah, I guess it's a question of balance.
Yeah, exactly. So now I do feel I had these two quite different years. One very intense like this, just nonstop, and then one more like just a few projects, but a bit more time to rest, which is good. Now I feel a tiny bit I want to go back to the more intense one already. But it's also good just to have this more calm time to also realize like what is important for the stuff you do, but also what is important for like learning how to do stuff also better. I don't know, learn from your mistakes or learn from other people that you work with.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, soon you're going to have like a more intense period.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Like you're
I'm
moving to Paris soon.
Yes, I go to Paris. And I mean, so this is the nice thing. I know that it will happen anyways.
Yeah.
Going to Paris, doing the program there, where I will be every day in the studio, basically in the sound studio, which is not necessarily something I did before also. So it's very different, I think, for me. And this is the nice thing. So I know there's going to be this period, and then like the last couple of even months was like I did some smaller projects, but I was kind of waiting for this to start and for the move, and had just a more relaxed time here. And so it's exciting, but it's also challenging to think, okay, I have to really get back into the mindset of like, it's also just very different work environment, because I will really be in the studio every day.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a 9 to 18 job kind of thing, which is very different than how I worked before, because it was more like you have projects and you have rehearsals and it's all over the place, time-wise and stuff. So I think it will be a big change for me, but
interesting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really like a full-time job.
Yes,
yeah, interesting.
Without getting paid.
You get paid with fame and glory.
Exactly. Maybe.
Interesting. Do you think you have any like sense this period is going to come to an end very soon? Do you feel you have like any insights since you had like actual time to like think a little bit?
Yeah, I think like I said, it's interesting. I think for the actual music that I want to do or projects I want to work on, I mean, of course, it's a very slow process. Of course, I'm rethinking stuff, but there I'm really more this. I realize I'm really more this practical person. I really need to just really compose the piece, and then I see, and then I will improve. For like the more, I think I had a lot of insights for like how I want to work and what I want my like work environment to be and this kind of stuff. So less like practical. Okay, I want to write this piece.
Yeah.
Like this was not really happening in this year. This will happen when I go, for example, to Paris. Of course I have ideas, but I will work on it and it will happen. Now I think it was more helpful for me to just realize, okay, how do I want my work schedule to be like, and what do I want to focus on actually in the work, more in general. So more these general
But in a way,
things.
this is even more important.
Of course. No, this is very important.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're not sitting there and like, okay, I will write this piece like this and this. You're sitting there and you think like, okay, actually, for example, for me, I'm always now in this, have these, like, because I did projects that were very like composition based, very music based. I mean, music is always there, but like very, like working as a composer. And then I did projects where there was really very little less of being a composer and it's more like being almost director.
Yeah.
Stage director, because they were more like theatrical projects, or being much more occupied with technical stuff, which I like a lot, which I love, and there's a lot of fun. But then it's more in these time periods, I think is good because you can kind of reevaluate what these things do I want to be more in the future, or like for the next year or whatever. What do I want to focus on? Because I always feel like I should also go back to the music because it's super fun. But then it's more of finding a balance of these things, especially if you are someone who likes to try a lot of different things and also I'm also someone who probably also sometimes because getting bored of one thing and then really wants to learn a new thing, and I have a lot of fun learning really new stuff that I don't know about, which is super great. But then it's really important to have these periods of time of like, okay, I can actually also use this knowledge again to do something else. I don't need to just like shove it away and go to the next thing. Like there can also be a more steady growth of like, of course I love to always learn new stuff, but also I love to maybe build on some stuff. And the program in Paris is really, really made for it because you have a lot studio time, and you work basically on a 15-minute composition maximum for over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really...
So really like work there and like improve your craft and sharpen your skills.
Exactly. And I also know from them that they actually expect more of like, I think it's there, the project is there to like really improve what you're already doing, what you can already do, which is really nice. For me, right now, I think it's a really good moment because, I feel I spend a lot of time of learning also new stuff. And it's great then to have this moment like, okay, now I really have the chance to really go deeper into one thing. Yeah, and then write a 15-minute piece over in a year, which is crazy.
This is amazing.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Very nice. I guess how you're doing these days? Good.
It's good. Yes.
That's good. Cool. So to...
me. Or Paris, but
to Paris.
Okay. I don't know.